everyone, to The Big Divide. I am your host, DEVIdE, and the purpose of this podcast is to get with men and women on a weekly basis to discuss the pros and cons of dating in your 30s and 40s. So tune in every week on YouTube at The Big DEVIdE. That's DEVIDE. Welcome to another episode of The Big DEVIDE. I am your host, DEVIdE, and I have a special guest with me today. We're going to do a one-to-one with a young lady that I found actually online. I thought she was extremely funny, very articulate. She has some great things to say, and so I wanted to feature her on the podcast today. And so, without further ado, Summer, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Okay.
Like, you know, if you want to give your whole government name, you can do that, whatever it is.
I just feel like I'm on Club Shay Shay, so I'm so excited. Let the count. Okay, let me calm down. So my name is Summer. I've been living in Atlanta for about 30 years. I am a real estate broker in several states. I'm also a cosmetic formulator, and that is actually my full-time job, where I have a cosmetic brand, and it's in a couple of stores here in Atlanta.
Cosmetic formulator.
Yes.
Like you make.
I'm a sexy scientist.
Sexy, I like that. Okay, cool. All right, that works. Sexy scientist.
And just had a birthday, 44 years old.
44 years young? Look at that skin. Woo.
And just living life and enjoying myself.
Okay. Married, single? What,
Single.
Dating?
Always.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a broker,
Right.
cosmetologist, say that again.
Cosmetic formulator.
Cosmetic formulator.
Correct.
Sexy scientist.
Yeah.
I like it. Any more hats?
Several. I also do stand-up comedy.
No.
Yes, from time to time. And I'm also an ordained minister.
What?
You didn't. And I'm also a licensed bartender.
So I'm going to be cussing on here, so.
Hey, do what you do.
All right, make sure the Lord is good. I'm good with the Lord now.
Okay.
So if you good with the Lord,
Yeah.
you should be if you're ordained.
Yep.
Okay. So we ain't got no issues over there.
Nope, no issues.
Okay, cool. Well, I do have a gift for you.
Okay.
Every lady that comes on The Big Divide gets a rose. So this is my gift to you for being my guest. There you go.
I done seen this trick several times from men in Atlanta.
You have?
Yes.
Well, you ain't never seen it from me, though.
You from Decatur?
Absolutely.
I
Decatur wears greater.
I didn't see it. Okay.
So well, let's get into that then.
Okay.
So you've seen it all. So let me first preference this.
Okay.
I found you on TikTok.
Right.
And you have a nice following going on TikTok.
Okay.
You got a lot of content, and I thought it was actually pretty good. It's funny. You keep it light. The one that caught my attention was about a pirate, a guy that I guess you would consider dating this guy, but
Right.
you were talking to him, and
Right.
so give us a little bit of that story.
Okay, so we were, I forget which app it is. I think it might be Match.
Okay.
And when you match with a person, you talk back and forth, and then you get comfortable enough to exchange phone numbers. So we exchanged phone numbers, and we had like this awesome conversation for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'm just like, he's like a unicorn. He was intelligent, well-traveled, you know. He seemed to know about the different subjects, political. It was just great. And then when I asked him what he did for a living, he said, I really think you need to slow down and let's move to the next subject. And I'm like,
Slow down.
okay, because I had already told him what I do for a living, you know. And then some time went on, and after a while, he was like, you know what, I feel comfortable to tell you now. And I was like, okay, so lay it on me. And he was
So
like,
he felt comfortable with you telling him you're a sexy scientist. He felt comfortable then.
I guess he felt comfortable then.
Well, yeah, that would make me feel comfortable.
And then he told me that he was a pirate.
A what?
A pirate.
Like
Like he steals for a living. He's a pirate, like in the ocean pirate. And we don't even have a port in Atlanta.
No.
And I scuba dive.
Yeah.
And he said he can't even swim. So then I was like, you're like, what is it? Bottom of the barrel? Like, you're not even like a good one. Like, you know.
Maybe he was a pirate on Lake Lanier or something. Maybe that's
I don't want anyone who steals for a living.
Yeah.
You know, the bar is in hell. if this is okay.
So was that a good date, or what happened with that? What happened?
Well, I wouldn't meet him in person. It was on the phone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you decided because he was a pirate, you said no
Block.
go to this.
The block game is strong. The
She blocked
block
it.
game is strong.
It's strong. Mm-hmm. Okay, so has that been your experience? So tell me, what's been your experiences dating here in Atlanta?
My experience is that I try to focus on men in their 40s.
Okay.
Men in their 40s, they're tired of hoeing, right? So they was hoeing in their 20s and 30s, right? And so now that they get in their 40s, they want to be like a man. The problem is they're 25 years behind the emotional development. So it's like I'm dating a 16-year-old emotionally. And that's where the divide, the great divide, or the shift happens.
The big divide. She meant the big divide. The big divide.
And that's where the shift happens because I've done a lot of work emotionally, dealing with trauma and healing, and so that I can present my best self. But if I've been doing that for 20 plus years and you just started, we are light years away.
Yeah.
So you finally have men who are ready, but they ain't ready.
What do you want a man to be ready for?
Transparency,
Okay.
maturity. There seems to be a lot of disingenuous behavior on both parts,
Okay.
especially with men and women. A lot of bitterness, and a lot of men, in just in my opinion, they act like they're afraid of masculinity.
You're saying the men act like they're afraid of
Yes,
masculinity.
men are afraid of masculinity.
Where are you meeting these men?
Outside, right there.
So so if you see a man walking, okay, so we're in the Midtown area.
Right.
I don't think you're finding too many men that you would
No,
prefer here.
not in
there.
Midtown.
So let's just say you're downtown Atlanta,
Okay.
5 Points area.
Oh, okay.
If you see a man, because of all those men, he's the attractive man.
Okay.
What would you do? What's your approach?
Oh, I have no problem approaching a man.
Okay.
So you mean if I saw a man that was attractive, what would I say?
Yeah, if that guy happened to look like me, what would you do?
Okay. No, I would ask him, are you currently seeing anybody, and do you see what you like, and are you interested? I have no problem being direct.
Oh, really?
No problem.
Okay.
I'm successful because I'm direct and I'm aggressive and I get to the point. I don't have time for games.
You think men like aggressive women? The
If-
type of man that you would want. Do you think he wants an aggressive woman?
The type of man that I would like would love it and
So-
embrace it.
So tell me this type of we just had this last week. So
Okay.
So build your bear.
Okay.
Build him.
He is funny. He is intellectual. He is kind. He's hung like a racehorse.
Oh, you want 6 inches plus.
I've never done the legwork to be able to understand about the inches and what one needs. I just prefer for the slots to be filled. I
Okay.
don't want any of the air,
Okay.
air pockets.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you 6 inches or more.
Okay. And I would like for his children to be grown and already successful.
Okay.
Is that a lot?
No, is that it?
I would like him to be emotionally mature, to be able to use his words. Like this whole ghosting, silent treatment, afraid of everything. You're afraid of Georgia Power. You're afraid of the light bill. You're afraid of the water bill. You're afraid of responsibilities. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
But this is why I say men are afraid of masculinity. They're afraid of responsibility. And I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. So some of the men. She means some men, y'all. She done talking about all men.
Well, no, nothing is everybody. That's
Right.
crazy. But we're not here to talk about the majority. We're here
Yeah.
to talk about the outliers, the pirates, right?
Actually, I want to talk about the majority
Okay.
because the majority of the men and the majority of the men that you meet
Okay.
what are the type of men that you're meeting?
They're the throwaways.
They're the throwaways.
The throwbacks.
Okay.
Should I say? Yeah.
So who is that more on? Is that more on the men or is that more on you?
I think it would be more on me if I have a history of engaging and trying to build something from it, then it would be on me, because it's really about what you entertain. It's not about what you attract. I attract a lot of people. It's about what I entertain. So if somebody comes to me, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, once I start engaging, then that's on me. So it's
Okay.
not on me.
So let's say if I gave you this man that you built, this Build-A-Bear that you.
Hey, man, that I build. What's
Okay.
up?
So does he have to be? Is he a certain height? Because you didn't give a height.
No.
Okay. So what's the shortest you'll accept?
I'm 5'10", so I would think 4 or 5.
4'5"?
I don't care about height. It doesn't
You'll
matter.
date a man that's 4'5"? Mm-hmm. That's a
Little person.
That's a little person.
I don't.
I'm from the old school. I would have said a midget. I don't know if we can say that anymore.
I don't think we can say that word
Well,
anymore.
I just said
they're
it,
a
but
little person.
Little person. Okay.
Right.
Well,
I don't care about
I'm
height.
Gen X. That's how I would have
Yeah.
recognized it. But okay. I don't mean no harm. But
No problem.
Okay. So you'll go a little person.
Yeah,
Oh, that's unusual.
I know.
Okay. In particular, race, color, whatever.
Well, I would prefer our experiences to be aligned. So I would prefer him to be Black American.
Okay.
It is, at this point, it is something I will entertain.
You'll consider it, but again, this is you building your bear.
Right. But I don't want to, because there are some amazing people that I have met outside of the Black race. So I don't want to cut myself off or my experiences off because somebody happens to be Cuban. And if you're Cuban, you can call me.
Well, Cubans they're dark and they're like black.
Black people is in everywhere.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
So
I feel like I'm at a place in my life where it'd be hard for me to have to learn something new. Like, I gotta learn what's going on in your family and the women and all. I walk around with a turban. Like, I don't understand all this. I'm not wanting to learn nothing new. That's the only reason why I'm sticking with the brothers right now. But in this Build-A-Bear, if he happens to be Indian, let's do it.
yeah, which is very rare. Those are the least Indian and Asian men, Asian across the board, are the least attractive men, or they're the least sought after men. I shouldn't say least attractive. They're the least sought after.
Really?
Yes.
You mean by Black women?
Just women, period, but Black women especially.
Really?
Yes.
All them subways they own and gas stations?
Hey.
Okay.
But that's kind of one of my points.
Okay.
What I'm talking about to women is they have all these criteria and all these lists of things that they want in a man, and it's like, well, when we start chipping away to it, it's a certain type of man.
Okay.
And then when you start getting outside of the race, though they say, oh yeah, I would like it, then I start naming some of, oh no. Then they say, oh no, I wouldn't accept that. I don't want to take that. Or no, on that. And then I say, well, hell, you're back to either black, white,
Right.
and
Well, no, I said I was open.
yeah, you're open. Okay, all right. So if that man was in front of you right now,
Okay.
okay, the small person and all, does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes.
How much money does he have to make?
What city do we live in?
We're in Atlanta.
We're in Atlanta?
Yeah. Do you want to be here in Atlanta? Because I know you talked about leaving, but if you find that guy here.
So if we're in Atlanta, I really don't understand in Atlanta how we can do anything less than 75, 80. I don't understand how we're living decent under 75, 80.
Yeah. Well, so what people don't really specify is what type of lifestyle is it that you want? Because 75, 80, that could do some things. It just depends on how your lifestyle is.
Yeah, I'm very minimal.
Okay.
And I think this is actually one of the issues that I have with men is because I don't require a lot, that doesn't mean you do very little. So it's like this thing, because I don't require a lot. Like, I'm okay with going to a taco truck.
Okay.
I don't need like those big, like those real romantic dinners at the fancy restaurants. Like, I don't get those. I'd rather go have a couple beers at the taco truck and chill at the park. But that's my personality.
Yeah. So a first date for you could be, let's just say you and I met, we were on that level. I didn't meet you off of TikTok and
Okay.
was interested in you being on the podcast, but I
Okay.
seriously wanted to date you.
Okay.
Right? And we meet, we have a great conversation. You find out I'm not a pirate, though I was in the Navy.
Okay.
I was in the Navy. I can swim.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, I was in the Navy, but so we fought against pirates.
Okay.
So you find out that I'm not a pirate,
All right.
and I say, okay, Summer, let's go to this taco truck. You'll be cool with that.
Yeah.
First date. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fellas.
There's this thing happening on social media where a lot of women have lost their mind.
Exactly.
They have lost their mind. They're against Cheesecake Factory was a one debate.
I thought Cheesecake Factory was high on the list.
Yo, try that pineapple upside down cheesecake and
You know what
tell
I'm
me
saying?
if we not gonna be there.
What?
All right, them drinks, the
What?
cucumber lemonade.
You know, you can spend $300 easily in Cheesecake Factory.
And then they were saying that they don't want ice cream days. Yo,
Yes.
fam, listen. It is a special, coveted position for someone to take you out on a romantic date. You mean to tell me you doing that with just anybody?
Yeah.
Why would you do that with just anybody? You need to take your tail to the taco truck. Okay, let Juan hook you up with them street tacos, get you a Corona, and chill under the park, under the tree at the park, and get to know this man.
Exactly, at the park. So
At the park.
and we could go to Piedmont Park. That's a great park.
We can
for
go
first
to
date.
Piedmont Park. I had a date with a guy, and I'm not even kidding you, out on the curb because like there was a festival going on, so we sat on the curb in a parking lot. Had an amazing time. What
Yeah.
are you talking about? The fun is the exchange between the people.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw somebody else's post. This lady, she did this whole post, and she talked about, hey, if a guy wants to take you to a park on his first date, and you're supposed to be his dream girl and all this kind of stuff, if you're his dream girl, why would you take him? Why would he want to take you to the park? And so I wrote back on there. I met a girl. My first date, we went to Piedmont Park. Exactly. I ended up marrying this woman.
Okay.
And we were married for 22 years, had 2 kids. Our kids are adults now.
Right.
So I'm like, what's wrong with a park on the first date? We got to really talk to each other. I got to know more about her. It wasn't a superficial thing. It wasn't
Right.
about where. In fact, I took on a date. All I had was $20 to my name.
Okay.
Because I had traveled from Jacksonville to Atlanta. I was stationed in Jacksonville at the time. I was new, just getting in the Navy. I ain't had no money.
Right.
But and I hadn't gotten paid at this time.
Okay.
You know, direct deposit. If your pay was on a Friday or on a Saturday, it's supposed to go in on Friday.
Okay.
So I traveled up from Jacksonville to Atlanta thinking I'm gonna get paid, and I would have a little money to go on a date, and I didn't. I had to get $20 from Mom. That's all she could give me, and I'd take this woman on a date. So we went and grabbed some fast food somewhere. Came to the park, enjoyed ourselves, and ended up marrying her.
I see no issue with that.
Yeah. But see, nowadays though, people are so superficial. When I told that, so people say, "Oh, that was eons ago," and I'm like, "That was in 1997."
Right.
So that wasn't eons ago. But I know again, this new generation, and all that kind of stuff.
You can't say the new generation because you got old hoes saying this stuff too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we're looking for. First of all, it's like all 4,000 women looking for the same man.
Yes.
Okay. And it's almost like you're dating so that you could flex on TikTok and Instagram for these random people.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden first of all, if your face and body and hair ain't matching this demand, you might want to sit down and have a couple of seats, my chick. Okay,
Exactly.
I've seen your back.
Yeah.
Chill out and take the checker burger, okay? And at the park, calm down.
But see, I'm wrong, Summer. I'm wrong for saying this because what you're describing, these women are saying they want all these things, right?
Right.
And I'm bragging and boasting, but I check a lot of these boxes, right?
Right.
And I'm saying, but wait a minute, I'm looking at you. I'm saying, girl, you damn near weigh as much as I do. And you're nowhere near my height. So why would I want to give all my time, resources, energy, and all this stuff to you, and you're not even the best option I have? And I got a lot of more options out here.
That's why I'm an ordained minister, because they need to come to the altar.
They
Okay? And we need to work this thing out.
do. They need to
All
get
right,
some.
because we're not in reality.
They need some divine intervention.
Yo, I ain't say you said it.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of y'all need some real divine intervention because y'all ain't being real.
They're not being real.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So much. I'm listening to you, and
Okay.
I'm seeing physically. I don't see anything wrong with you. So
He said that.
So I want to know what is your challenge? So what would you say you think is something that issue or why you haven't found the man that you're after?
Oh.
Because what I didn't ask you is have you been married or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I've been married.
Okay.
I was married 10 to the dough. 10 years.
Oh, 10 to the dough.
10 to the dough.
Is that a California thing? I never heard
Oh,
that
it's
before.
usually what you say when you've done like a prison sentence. Like you've done 10 to the dough,
10 to
which
the
means,
dough.
yeah, you did your whole full sentence. I did 10 to the dough.
Okay.
In my marriage.
I had
So
never
I did
heard that
10
before.
years.
Okay.
That's that hood shit I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did 20 to the dough plus 2.
22 to the dough.
Yeah, 22 to the dough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
Okay. Yeah, I was married for 10 years. I got
Okay.
married at 22 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. 21, 20, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What happened with that?
He was mean.
He was mean. Mm-hmm. He was mean the whole 10 years?
Okay, so what a lot of people don't understand is men in our age group, I always say that they're fatherless. And it doesn't mean you don't have a father there. It's just that this is the first generation where you might have to be liked in order to get a woman and have her stay married to you. See, my mother and my grandmothers didn't have that option. That man did not have to be liked. He did not have to communicate. He did not have to make the home peaceful. He didn't have to do any of these things. He went to work. Mm-hmm. And that was his right to continue his reign of assholeness,
Okay.
you know? But these men today, you have to talk. You got to communicate. You cannot rule with an iron fist. You cannot manipulate. You cannot control because that woman not only has just as many resources as you do, but she might got more that she can sky up. And not only can she sky up, but her house is now bigger. Her money got better. Everything can get better. And see, a lot of men in your age group don't know how to deal with that because if you go to your father, they'll say things like, she got too much mouth. She got too much going on. She a handful, you know, things like that. When it's like, no, Dad, she has to like me in order for me to stay married to her. I got to talk to her. I got to make her happy. Her feelings actually matter.
Yeah.
Y'all have never had that before.
Yeah. Well, the problem is women want to be happy, and no matter what you do, y'all can't be happy.
What do you? I graduated magna cum laude, so you might have to say that again.
Yeah.
My school's accredited, so hold on.
I say this thing where women have the Eve's complex.
Okay.
You ever heard that before?
You about to tell me?
I am, because I made it up.
Okay, cool.
I created it.
Okay.
So Eve's complex is, we go to the Bible, right? Adam and Eve, so at the so-called beginning.
Okay.
When God said, hey, look upon the earth, everything you see is yours, belongs to you, you can have it. Enjoy, it's yours. But this one little thing that's mine, you can't have it.
Okay.
And yet, that's the one thing that she wanted. She had to have that. She wasn't happy with all of that, everything else. She had to have this one thing, right? And you can get into, Satan tricked her and all this, but it was easy because that's what she wanted, because God said you couldn't have it. And that's what I say, women have an Eve's complex, because you can have, this man can be all these things that you want him to be, and he can be good to you, and there could be one little flaw.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, she's not happy.
Right.
She wants out. It's about her happiness and all this stuff. Women will sacrifice their families for their own happiness. Men will sacrifice their happiness for their families. See, so women will leave, and the stats show it. ASA say that 80% of the divorces are initiated by women.
Of course.
Men are not leaving marriages no matter.
Once they locked in, they locked in.
They locked in. But
Right.
that's not the case with women.
Correct.
So that's an issue. So I hear what you were saying.
Right.
But women carry this whole thing of, because I got the bag now. I make, my resources are like yours or more.
Right.
Well, men like me
Right.
especially men like me,
Okay.
don't give a shit.
Right.
Because your bag, unless your bag is going to come into the household
Right.
and we both are going to do something with it,
Yeah.
I don't care about how much money you make. You can make more money than me. But making the more money doesn't put you in charge. Just like me making the most money doesn't.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So when I hear this whole thing about I make more money than my man, if he doesn't make this kind of money, I'm like, yeah, but you're looking past a man that could actually lead you, guide you, get you to where you need to be, and you're gonna have to follow this man.
Right.
But because you have this ego about, the man can't tell me what to do, or I ain't following the man.
Right.
Like, this is why you're single. I'm saying women in general.
So let's break that down.
Yes.
Okay. For one, as an ordained minister, I cannot let you just let the people hear that Eve story. That's not what happened. Okay, listen to this.
Yes.
God told Adam that no one is to eat from that tree of life. He never told Eve. Adam failed in his first duty of leadership.
Okay.
He should have told Eve, we don't eat from that. He didn't do that. Eve didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
Now back to the program.
Okay.
Now,
I got a rebuttal to that.
okay, so notice how I said that the women have resources where the finances don't tie them to the relationship, and I never said anything about not being able to lead, thinking that they're in charge. I didn't say anything of that. All I said was before, resources kept Big Mama in the home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had all these children, no education. And so that's what that is. I never said anything about my money, I get up here, I do this, because again, I don't understand those type of women. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't sexually get wet for a man that you have to lead. It's like impossible.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. I'm not busting it wide open.
Right.
And I gotta open the door for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not opening legs and doors. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing both. I'm not doing
Just
both.
the legs, not the doors.
Hello.
Fellas, open them doors.
Okay.
And you'll get them legs open.
So yeah, I want to say that. I never said anything about not leading. I'm saying that the finances don't tie. That's why Big Mama was married for 40 years, because she had nowhere to go.
Well, because Big Mama had everything she really needed, and Big Mama took pride in having the children and raising the children.
Is that what you believe?
That's what I know.
You at home, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. It's not true.
So you're saying Big Mama, back in the day, Big Mama was unhappy in these households?
I'm going on record to saying that's exactly what I am saying. Big Mama's is too busy feeding the men in the family, because this is what she's been accustomed to do. So she'll cook for you, she'll feed you, and make sure what you have, and this is what you see. This is what you believe. She's taking the daughters and having a separate conversation saying, don't you be like me. Go get you an education. Do not be tied to no man, no children. There's a separate conversation. So there's a reason why Black women today are just wildly successful, is because the big mamas, Medeas, have been grooming us to be this way.
Don't
and
say,
you guys
did you
have
say
been
Medea?
You guys have been left out of the loop. And so you want to know why I don't want to make you a pie.
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, I can cook, by the way. That's just, we just talking for reference.
She can
you know,
cook.
I
Okay.
can burn in the
you
kitchen.
Can burn. Okay.
Yeah, we not about to get that out there.
But do you mind burning for a man?
Oh my God, I love to.
Okay.
I'm Marcus Graham. You know, from Boomerang, the secret to my salmon is the rosemary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will woo.
Okay.
I will woo a nigga. Okay? He will be wooed.
But understand this. This is not what a lot of the women are displaying out here.
I know.
I'm out here dating.
Oh, I know.
And so
I know.
this is not what we're getting is, and let me first go back to Big Mama.
And Medea, okay.
And Medea, well, I don't know about Medea. Because Medea just ain't what I see. Big Mama, let's just stick with Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Okay. No, nothing against Tyler Perry, but not Medea.
Oh, Medea is in the Black culture. It stands for Medea.
Yeah, that's right. But right now I got Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
in
you
my
was
head.
thinking Tyler Perry.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I got in my head right now. Okay, but Big Mama.
Okay.
I understand Big Mama. Now, Big Mama, she took pride in providing for her man because he was out working. Big Daddy was out working. Mm-hmm. Right? So she didn't mind cooking and cleaning and all those things because Big Daddy was out there making the money.
Right.
And he would bring that money home, say, Mama, whatever it is you need. Right? I came up in the era where Big Daddy called Big Mama Mama, and she called him daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Right, they exchanged that.
I love it.
Right, yes. And so, and I grew up with my great-grandparents.
Okay.
So like when I was small, so I'm talking from experience, hearing, seeing this. So he out there working, she's preparing the meals and making sure that he got whatever he needs. Because when Big Daddy come home, he just wants to get in the chair, relax, and be out.
Of course.
Right. And then he's getting himself prepared for Big Mama to unwind on him what it is that the house needs, what the kids need, what does he need to do, where the money needs to go, and all this kind of stuff, right? So Big Mama took pride in that. It's once the whole government started coming in and convincing these women that they didn't need the men.
Yeah.
That's where we went wrong.
But we didn't go wrong. That's where it went wrong.
It went wrong.
It happened to us.
But there was it was specifically targeted black women because they know to get to the black man, they got to get to the black woman.
Absolutely.
See, because you all are everything.
Okay.
Right? And this notion that men just went around just beating on their wives all the time, I know that happened, but that wasn't the majority. So people act like women, the traditional women back in the day, like they had a miserable life, and that's just not true.
So let me ask you a question. How do you know if a woman is miserable?
Well, by the way she talks, by how she talks about her man, how she talks about her kids, how she carries herself. If she's not talking well about her man, that's a miserable woman.
Most men have no idea if their woman's unhappy.
Well, and you know what? I agree with that because most women will say a lot of different things thinking that we're supposed to already know these things instead of just telling us. See, men were simple. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what's wrong.
So how do you know Big Mama was happy?
Because, well, I know Big Mama was happy because Big Mama would tell you. She would say, I called her, so my grandmother is my great-grandmother.
Okay.
My grandmother is my granny.
Okay.
So when I say grandmother, I'm talking about my great-grandmother. All right. So my grandmother, a very blunt woman. She'll tell you, hey, girl, you're getting a little fat.
Okay.
Right? Your thighs are too thick.
Okay.
She would tell you that.
Right.
Right? Hey, daddy, go sit yourself down. You're making too much noise.
Right.
Like she was like that, but she was very respected.
I think only the women in your family could answer that question.
Possibly.
Because they're separate. It's certain things women in a certain time period aren't going to discuss. I have a son who's 19 and a daughter who's 17. Our conversations about life are very different.
I agree with that, and that's part of the issue though, because nowadays these women want to air everything out, everything. So because Big Mama kept things, whatever beef she had with Big Daddy, that was behind closed doors.
Right.
They talked about that and they worked that out.
Right.
Here,
they wasn't making Instagram posts.
Exactly.
And putting it on the story.
Right.
Now everybody in your business.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm old school as hell.
I can tell.
I'm old school as hell.
Yeah. And that's another one of the issues.
Right.
Women today, the modern day women today, they want traditional men. This is what the requirements of what they're saying. They want traditional men.
Right.
But the way that they are, they're only attracting modern men. See, the problem is they're attracting the modern men who don't want to do anything. They don't want to be providers. They don't want to be protectors.
Right.
We can have a discussion about the 50-50 because I have different perspectives of it. But you got these men who they're not just looking for 50-50. They want the woman to fully participate in all this kind. So what they're really looking for is a woman that will take care of them so they can do less. And then that's getting messed up with real men who don't mind providing and taking care of a woman. I like spoiling my women.
Right.
Right? I'll take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. Because what I'm asking her to do for me, like it's worth it. What I'm asking these women to do for me, it's gonna be worth it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's an even exchange. It's not equal, it's just an even exchange.
Right.
Because
it's a give and take.
It's a give and take. If I'm asking a woman to cook for me.
But everybody wants to take.
Everybody wants to take.
We're in a world full of takers.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So it sounds like you already know exactly what my problem is in Atlanta. You've just been saying it.
Yeah, but I guess what I want to get to though is, okay, so we identified your problem.
Okay.
Let's get the solution.
Okay.
Okay. So where are you typically dating men at? online or you going to bars? Like where are you?
So I'm old school, right? And like in the Aaliyah song, I'm not just anybody. So I'm not gonna be seen with just some random man anywhere. Like I have a higher respect and a higher regard for myself. So in order for me to physically go out with a person, we have already talked on the phone a few times. I know enough about you, and
Yeah, but where
there's a
did you
vibe.
meet him though before you even get to the phone? Where are you meeting him?
Online.
Online. Okay.
Online.
Okay.
I usually don't like to do referrals because then it makes the family barbecues and the friend barbecues awkward.
I'm gonna give you a little secret.
Okay.
Most of the men that you're looking for are not online. And
You online.
I know I'm online, but I have a different thing that I'm pursuing of what I'm after.
Okay.
Okay. You
So
want to
where
know?
they at?
Well,
Home Depot?
So based off of the criteria that a lot of women give, and based off of what you gave, now you don't have the height thing, so you're a little bit more open,
Right.
Because you can find little guys. Guys can be 5'8", 5'6", and you're fine with them.
Yeah.
And so those are considered average men.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with it. Your height doesn't make you average, above average, or below average. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of different qualities.
Okay.
Okay. But what these women are saying. All right. So, but the best way you're going to find these men, probably going to be at networking events, business events.
I got to leave a house?
You got to leave the house. Yeah, because the days have changed now, right? How you going to find a man being in your house?
I don't know.
Unless you're okay with the mailman.
I gotta see what he look like. He come
Yeah.
about 2:30. No.
Yeah, pay attention to your mailman.
Okay, a networking event. Oh God. Okay.
I mean, you're already in business and networking.
Yeah.
See, most women are meeting these men in places that their ideal man is not going to be at.
Okay.
And so even if you didn't want to leave the house, right? You said you didn't do the referral thing. I think you might want to revisit that.
They're toads.
Well, who's referring you?
No, it's like, you ever have that friend, like I'm that friend where me being single is, for whatever reason, it annoys everyone in the friend, and it's like some problem they want to fix.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like, oh my God, I don't understand why. I don't
Like you
understand
got
why.
the cooties. You got the cooties
Like
if you're single.
they're like, yo, I got this perfect person. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Perfect for who?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, I love an intellectual. I want somebody to challenge me. I want to be a better person because I know you. That's a hard thing to really.
But how do you get to that point when you're just meeting them for the first time, though?
You talking about on the phone?
Yeah, so what I'm trying to get to is, women, y'all are jumping already into the relationship.
Who is the women? Me? Not me.
Well, even you're saying you want to meet an intellectual. Okay, well,
I've had
where
4
intellectuals-
relationships in my entire adult life from 18 to 44. I do not jump into relationships. Once I'm locked in, I'm locked in.
I'm not talking about that kind of jump into relationships, just
Okay.
random relationships. I'm saying you're jumping into the relationship already being established and built when you say you want an intelligent man in this.
Right.
But I'm asking you, how and where are you meeting these men from the jump to say, I want to have a conversation. You know what? I like him. Or he likes me. He's showing me some signs that he likes me. I want to get to know him better. The first step.
Apparently, I got to get out the house,
Yeah, you gotta
according
get
to
out the
you,
house.
and go to these networking events.
Because your choices right now is the mailman, the Amazon, the FedEx. These are the people that come to your house.
All right.
And most women won't even look at these guys twice. Like he's got to be like, features has got to be jumping out of his clothes.
That's not me.
I'm just
that
saying,
ain't
this
me.
is what most women do.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think most women are a little crazy.
Yeah, they had to say, damn.
And they're making everything transactional.
Yeah,
Like, what is this?
Well, before they can make it a transaction, they'll say, damn, that Amazon man, fine as hell with delivering me my package. That gets her attention. But then she'll say, oh, but he drives Amazon.
But he drives Amazon.
Yeah, he don't make enough money.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you're good with the Amazon driver.
It works. You know how hard it is to work in 90-degree weather?
Yeah.
And jump in and out of a truck?
Those men
to
are in
deliver
shape.
Yo.
They in good shape.
It means he could lift me. Oh,
Shout out to the
should I
Amazon
say
drivers.
that?
All Amazon. Hey, if you drive Amazon or FedEx and all those UPS, I want y'all to go to the Big Divide. Subscribe, first of all. Hit comment. In the comments, I need y'all to say Summer. You work for one of these places. And we're gonna do a little match. Let's do a I'm gonna vet the men for you.
You gonna vet them for me?
I'm gonna vet all the men.
Okay. Okay.
'Cause
Let me give you my little stats then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got a 19-year-old son who's on president's list in college. My daughter's a track star.
Okay.
She's 17. She'll probably go to USC. I'm 44 years old. I cook my ass off in the kitchen, and I am funny. You can't really tell now. Like I'm a little wagon we dragging.
Hey, guys, I seen it. I seen it.
And I'm fun loving.
No, she's funny. But I'll tell you this. With the kids, no disrespect to your kids, men don't care.
Men don't care if a woman has children?
No, they care if you have children.
Okay.
And if you have children, I would say don't lead the thing with your children.
No. I don't lead with them, but I'm so proud of their accomplishments. It is absolutely amazing to me.
That's fine and all that for you.
But I
what I'm
want to know
saying-
about their kids too.
No, and okay, hear what I'm saying.
It'd been different if they were younger. I can understand that. But
Yeah.
they're adults.
Yeah, but allow a man to ask you about your kids, and then you talk about your kids.
And what do I ask him about his kids?
Yeah, you ask him about his kids after he's asked you about your kids.
After he asked me about my kids. That's
So-
a new one. Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
I'll take the
you want
advice.
to, the thing that you want to lead with is your age, obviously, right?
Right.
You cook your ass off, because when a
Yes.
man hear that, he's like, oh, my ears perked up. I was like, okay, she cooks her ass off. Well, we're looking at you aesthetically, nothing wrong with your face. You say you're 5'10"? You're in good shape for 5'10", right? She ain't fat, fellas. Right? So it's popping in the right places. Okay.
Appreciate
So you're leading with these things, right? So what I want to hear from you as a man that's attracted to you
Okay.
are traits that men look for, that
Okay.
we want.
Okay.
Not the things that you like about yourself or that you like.
This is where I kind of have to remove myself from the whole conversation of like men and women, is that nothing is like uniform, you know? So like, it's like, what does a man look for? No, I don't know what a man looks for, but the individual that I'm talking to, they can tell me what they're looking for. Just like me as an individual, I can tell you what I'm looking for. I don't know what women are looking for. I don't know what half these chicks is looking for. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know what Summer is looking for. And you just said the things that I require are very different than what you hear from most women.
Yeah, because what you are attracted, what attracts you, a man, what you're attracted to for in a man.
Right.
A man is not necessarily attracted to those same things in you.
Correct.
And so the things that you like about yourself, you just have to ask yourself, is this something that a man would be interested in? Like
Okay.
if you talked about your degrees.
And notice I
haven't-
didn't do that.
No, I'm
Right.
saying you haven't done that. But if
Right.
you were a woman that talked about her degrees, if you talked about how much money you make, if you talked about where you work and I haven't asked you where you work, that's not something you need to lead with.
Yeah, I would
as a
never
woman.
lead with that.
And that's great that you don't,
Right.
right? But we have a lot of women that do this, and this is part of why I'm doing this podcast.
Right.
Is to get women to have a better understanding. The very men that you want,
Right.
what are they attracted to? What are they
Right.
looking for?
You know what I want?
So it works.
I just want when we're home alone, I want to listen to records on the record player. I'm on vinyl.
Okay.
And I want us to be on an edible of some sort. And I want us to have a good time. And I want this to be so consistent that this is like what we do. If we want to go downstairs in the basement and shoot pool, come with your A game because I know how to play.
Okay.
You know, like
I'm gonna test you out. We got a pool table.
oh,
I'm gonna
I'm
test
just
you
saying,
out.
I want to enjoy the other person because at the end of the day, there's not going to be, events to go to and clubs to go to and family barbecues. It
Right.
is just going to be you and me
Yes.
in this house. And
Yes.
if this house is going to be a 3-bedroom ranch or a 30-bedroom mansion, it doesn't matter. It needs to feel like home. It needs to feel good.
Yeah.
I want you to be excited to come home to me
Yeah.
and vice versa. That is what I care about.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna talk to my fellas. Fellas, if y'all gotta hit me up, and Summer shouldn't be out here single, man. This is the type of woman that I've been saying that these women don't need to be single. There's no reason why you should be single unless you just crazy and deranged and you ain't showing it right now.
No, I don't. Well, I'm just kidding.
You got no. She's funny. So that I like that. So and I can tell, tell you're being genuine. So and that was one of the things why when I found you and I said I got to have her on my podcast because I'm looking at it. Okay, we got the aesthetics part done, and I'm like, oh, this woman is genuine, entertaining, funny, and I like hearing it from you. Natural, everything was natural. You ain't wearing these big old spider things on your faces.
That's what when she said you want the glam. Oh no, I don't do all that.
Yeah,
makeup.
yeah, that ain't. That ain't stuff. That ain't material that we're looking for to wife you or make you long-term girlfriend and all that kind of stuff. Okay, all right. So, fellas, if y'all want to get at Summer, y'all gotta come to my YouTube. They gotta leave a comment, and I gotta vet you before I would even introduce you to Summer.
I didn't know this was the point. Is this what you do at the end of every podcast?
No, this is just for
Oh,
you.
because I'm over here like I had. Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just shocked.
No. This is just for you.
Oh, okay.
Now, understand this. They need to understand this. We've already talked. You want to come back on this podcast again, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Why you want to come back?
Well, for one, let me say, I thought we was gonna be in the Starbucks with his iPhone with one of them little bitty miniature microphones, and I thought I was just doing the Lord's work, doing a little ministry work. I was gonna come help him out. I didn't know we had a full production, so I look like I'm at the food court. So I gotta come back, and I gotta come back and shut it down.
She want to shut it down, fellas.
I want to shut it down.
Show more of what you got, what you working with.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared, but I'll be prepared next time.
Yeah. And look, fellas, she still looks good right now. So imagine when she dolls up.
Hey.
All right. And I'm saying that too because I like the chocolate. I like chocolate women, but I don't discriminate. Anyway, this ain't about me. Anyway, okay. So at this stage, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
You've had fun so far?
This was a riot.
This was good.
I love this.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna have you back.
I love this.
I'm gonna also ask you who you think I should have on here. Who you think would be a good person that I should host and have a conversation with.
Okay.
So and then when you think of that person, you gotta help me get them on.
Well, they'll just come on because I said it's cool.
Okay. Well then
That's when you know when you're a solid person.
Okay.
Tell somebody to do it, they'll do it because it got your word on it. Yeah.
There you go. I like it. Okay. So at this point, because I've asked you a lot of questions.
Okay.
Is there a question that you have that you've always wanted to ask a man, and either they didn't answer it or you think they gave you a bullshit ass answer or whatever? Is there a question that you just have to get answered from a man that you want to ask me?
And you're going to answer it direct.
I'm gonna ask it direct and as honest as I possibly can.
Okay. When did men start talking so much?
When they became very feminine men.
Right. So I come from a time period where men just didn't engage in a whole bunch of conversation. And now, since we had, Facebook, Instagram, you got grown men having full-blown arguments with women, conversations about weave, talking about uterus. I'm like, when did all these men, now everybody got podcasts.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, part of it too is men are fed up with women being loud about that there's no good men out here. So I'll stand up for the fellas. We're tired of hearing that from women.
So you go get louder?
Yeah, because it's like these women are being aggressive, and so when you're aggressive towards a man, that man is gonna get more aggressive back to you.
It's really the loud minority.
I agree with that.
Right.
It is.
I don't care about the loud minority.
I don't either. However,
men are great. Men are awesome.
And see, this is why women like you are winning. The women who are loud, they're losing. They're losing
Right.
in the dating game. Just because you get attention and just because a man a smash, don't mean you're winning. You're actually losing because all those men want to do is smash. They're not wifing you. That's the ultimate win. That ain't happening.
I could say so much, but all we would do is have a part 2.
Well, we
So-
can have a part 2.
I'm just saying, a lot of women, the whole marriage is the goal. That's not a lot of their goal. So it doesn't equate to anything anymore.
Well, what is the
To
ultimate
some-
relationship goal?
Well, I'm talking, I can only speak for me,
Okay.
but I'm talking about for a lot of women, that's not their goal. That's why things have become transactional. They don't,
Yeah,
they
that's-
don't want
that's
Harry
part-
Knuckles
that's-
knocking on their door,
Yeah.
talking about, will you marry me? They're like, oh my God, no.
Well,
They don't want that. So
and that's the issue.
men lost their leverage.
I don't think men lost their leverage.
To the minority, they lost their leverage.
Okay, because I don't agree with that men lost their leverage because men are still highly needed and sought after in relationships.
If you got a woman who says she don't want a man and she don't need a man, that's one of them Derek Jackson followers.
So-
You need to leave that woman alone
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah, I ain't never had a woman told me she didn't need me.
Okay.
I ain't never had that.
What is that about?
So
you
I
gonna
don't know
need
that.
and want this all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the type of men that they're dealing with, and they're loud, and they're making all men fit in that category that the men that they're just choosing wrong,
Right.
and they're accepting wrong.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Okay. Well, then I can accept that answer and appreciate you giving me that answer.
Well, I'm glad you accepted, and I'm glad that I answered for you. So
Okay.
this has been great. And I'm definitely going to have you on again.
Yay.
Right? You showed me what you're really working with. Though it's been great. So again, I think I just said it. I might be repeating myself. It don't matter. But I appreciate you coming on, and I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. It's been another great episode of the Big Divide. I hope our conversation with Summer helped some people out there. And if y'all have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. And I appreciate and I see all the comments, and I'm going to respond. So whether you like what I said or you don't, it's okay. Y'all are all entitled to your opinion, but understand I'm also entitled to mine, and I'm gonna come back. So, but with that being said, I want to thank you all again for tuning in to another episode of the Big Divide. I am DEVIdE, and I want to wish you guys a blessed day, and I want to say stay safe out there and love each other. I'm out.